Okay, welcome to my presentation on sexual behavior and our youth. My name is Jet Carrascal, and I'm an art major. This is my second summer at Worcester State, and I'm going into my third year. Okay. To introduce, I have been a victim of sexual abuse, and this is an important topic to me. I think that it should definitely be talked about more. It's not. I don't believe that it's talked about enough. As sexual abuse is an outstanding problem, I believe that there are ways to help prevent this. Sexual abuse have been going on for, years, and I believe that there are ways to just, help prevent it or negate it. My 3 subtopics include social media, porn, and sexual education. The state of the topic: police reports state that sexual offenses against children increased significantly in recent years, with many cases using online exploitation through social media. With social media uprising, there have been, again, just like social media has been used to lure and exploit minors, and with harassment and unwanted sexual messages and unwanted sexual contact. Research shows that boys are exposed to porn about age 10 to 11 and girls about age 12 to 13. It is a sincerely young age to be exposed by that, and it is through just the internet and media and how much access and unlimited potential that really the internet has. Sexual education is only mandated in 39 states and the District of Columbia. So that is Washington, D.C., and that is only one district in the state of Maryland. I believe that sexual education should be in every school across the country, but I found this really shocking to find out that only 39 states mandated sexual education. The statistics I found, over 3 million children globally are victims of technology-facilitated sexual exploitation and abuse yearly, which is a very depressing and insane amount. The fact that this just happens because of just social media and the internet is insane. By age 16, about 70% of boys watch porn 4 to 5 times per week, which, again, with the uprising of the internet and social media, this is a very large percentage of just boys doing this. Data indicates that approximately 20% of parents may not engage in these specific discussions, which means I was looking up the statistics on how many parents give the talk to their kids, and it was found that 20% of parents may not talk about it. Unfortunately, there hasn't been a lot of research done on sexual behavior in this topic, and it wasn't necessarily stating that 80% of parents give the talk, but 80% of parents talk about sexual behavior and sexual topics with their kids, and about 20% of parents don't. Which I still think is an incredibly large number and can be damaging. My research proposal, so I was given $100,000 and a year to conduct my research. So a lot of it is surveys, because there isn't a lot of research have been done on this topic, and I believe that we should have more numbers and get more numbers for this. Pick a school district and give an optional survey to the freshman class on how they were first introduced to sexual behavior. I wanted to make the survey optional because I understand that, I can see how it can be problematic to get these kinds of surveys. So I understand why there isn't a ton of numbers on this topic, but I do think that this would be an efficient way to do it. Give another survey to the senior class, asking them on how they were introduced and how it's affected them. I wanted to do one for the freshman class because the age group is like 14, 15, and then another one to the senior class because they're older and they've had more experience with it, and they can share how it's affected them. Give another survey to the parents if they have given the talk, and how they believe their children have been affected by sexual behavior. More numbers to find the statistics and just research. And then surveys for the teachers on how students did in their sexual education course to kind of just see and how students have reacted and found the information, I guess, if they engaged in it and if they received it well. And my future research for if people want to continue this is to continue to conduct surveys on statistics on sexual behavior using factors as in age, time, how they were introduced to sexual behavior, if they got the talk, if they took sexual education, if it was by the media, their friends, or porn. To just continue to find the numbers and monitor the numbers on these results. Conduct interviews on people who have experienced sexual assault, which I think is very important, and then also conduct interviews on people who commit sexual assault, which I feel like if we figure out on how their brain works, I think that it could be sincerely beneficial so we can help prevent it. And and thank you. And that is the end of my presentation.